Hey there, so moving forward we will discuss the int data type today, and for example we have already checked in data type. We simply type in the keyword int and we can type in, for example, value1 equals 1, right? So this is int data type and the variable value1 is of type int, so this is good. Now what is a int? Int stands for integer and integer is a whole number. For example, if I type in int value1 equals to 1.5, then definitely this won't be accepted by Java and that would be a issue. So as if now we will discuss about int data type, and moving forward we will also discuss about the floating point variables in the next video. So as if now whenever we would like to store some whole number, we can make use of int data type. But there are multiple variation or multiple flavors of int data type as well. Let me rename this name of the variable as max. So the max value of a int data type is, let me type in that, it's 214,748,3647. So kind of a huge number, right? So this is the maximum value a int variable can contain. For example, if I make it as 48, so this will say that the literal 2147483648, then it will give us an error. The literal value of type int is out of range. So this int variable is not capable enough to store such a huge number. So the maximum value this particular variable contain is in front of us. Likewise, if I create a yet another variable of int type like min, then what is the minimum value of this particular variable? Now the minimum value of this variable is minus this particular value plus 1. So at the end we would be making this as 8. So here is the minimum value which a int variable can contain. Likewise, we can also update this as like 49, then definitely it will start giving us the error. So there are ranges associated to this data types, and whenever we declare a variable of a specific data type, based on the data type a specific memory space would be allocated. So that's something which we have already discussed in previous videos as well. So these are the maximum and the minimum value for int data type. Now for example, we won't require such a huge space, then definitely we can make use of a short version of int variable. Let me show you. The data type is short, and again the max value is something else. Let me show you. The max value is 32767. So here is the max value of a short type of variable. Definitely the short data type is also a integer compatible data type. So a short variable can only contain a int value or integer value, to be more specific. Alright, so if I exceed this range, definitely there would be an error. Alright, so this seems to be good enough. Let me show you the minimum value a short variable can contain. So here is the minimum value of a short variable with a minus sign as a prefix. Alright, so this seems to be good enough, but here is an error. The name max is reused. We will rename this as short max. Let us do the same with short min, and the error would be vanished. Alright, so this looks to be good enough, right? So here is the int and short data type. Likewise, we also have a yet another data type which is huge. In fact, this is long, and for example we will say long max. So the range is pretty huge. In fact, let me type in. The range is 92233768234775807. So this is a huge number, right? Likewise, the minimum value a long variable contain is something else. Now here is some kind of issue in here, I suppose. Now in this statement, Eclipse has started complaining for something, and the reason is pretty simple. When we are typing in such a huge number, by default the literal would be considered to be a int entity. So in order to store a long variable and in order to make use of such a huge number which is out of range for a int entity, we need to make use of L. Now this L will symbolizes Java that this number is a long number and our issue is fixed. Let me copy this line real quick, and let me also show you the minimum value a long variable can contain. So I will type in long min, and definitely we will start the number with a minus symbol, and moving at the last of this huge number we will increase 1. So the maximum number is such a huge number and it is ending with a 8 in here. So this is the minimum number a long variable can store. Now moving forward, there is a yet another sweet data type which is a byte data type. So let me type in byte, and let me give the name as byte max, and the maximum value is pretty simple, which is 127. So if I, for example, try to store 128, then definitely that would be a issue, and the minimum value is 128, that too in negative. So let me real quick show you this. Here is the minimum value a byte variable can contain. So this is all about today's lecture. Now the usage of these variables and data type would be done heavily in the forthcoming videos, because variables are something which is so important in programming. So we will make use of these variables and data types, and you would be very familiar with these stuff by the end of this course. Alright, so moving forward, in our next video we will check floating point numbers in detail. So till then, take care, and I will catch you in the next video.